The PC deck building game Roguebook offers up to 15 ranks of difficulty in New Game Plus / Epilogue mode, and in this video we will be going over the basic concepts you need to construct a build that can win on rank 15 using Aurora and Seifer. The first thing you're going to want is a way to generate large amounts of Faria, preferably with a single card. You can accomplish this in a variety of ways, but what I'm showing here is probably the most common and easiest way to do so, and that is if you are running Aurora to use Tadpals with a Primal Skull Gem. In this rank 15 win here, you see the same goal being accomplished via a different method using the Eye of Insanity item for Seifer, which is obtained via the Magda event, which causes Seifer to lose 3 life every time he plays a card, but he's impermanently enraged, and then using Battle Rager as the Faria generation engine combined with that item. If your deck tends towards the larger side, let's say bigger than 25 cards, then you'll probably want either a second copy of a card that accomplishes that Faria generation goal we were talking about, or you're going to need a free socket to add in the gem that causes the card to start in your opening hand. So once you have a good Faria creation engine in place, then you'll want a method of drawing additional cards, since you should be able to cast any cards you draw. Now keep in mind the way that some of the boss mechanics work. You can get penalized for casting too many cards in a turn, so the object isn't just to go infinite and puke out your whole hand. It is to draw into certain key elements of high damage cards or combos that you need in order to generate as much damage as you can in as few turns as possible. So the last thing you're going to need is some way to do damage to the enemies, and the best forms of damage tend to come in forms that scale. That would be cards that do more damage based upon some certain type of criteria, or cards where you can add additional damage to them, or damage forms that stack. Here you see I'm using the Hate Seed ally, which gains 1 additional attack for every 1 damage taken by the heroes during the battle. I'm also recurring Triton Banquet back to my draw pile to buff all my allies by 1 pretty much every turn, which usually isn't that great, but I do have a Triton Trainer out, which benefits greatly from the Banquet, and also can get some additional healing off of the Krog's Dinner in a case of emergency there. If you're pretty experienced with Roguebook, you've probably noticed, based upon my deck and my items, that I did have a pretty fortunate run here in terms of luck. You saw that earlier that I had that Seifer Rage item, plus if you noticed, I've been casting Ionia's Mirror, which creates 3 duplicates of the last card that you played. So some very strong cards, but that actually goes back to a point that I saw being discussed on one of the Reddit threads, where some people don't think that you should explore a lot of the map. I guess on chapter 3 they find that they sort of had their deck where they want it by then, and I would say that some of the events are so strong in terms of what you can get out of them that you couldn't get out of the shop or from the Vault of Wisdom, that it's always worth at least taking a look around the map and maybe trying to farm up some more gold, but or at least do use all your inks and your brushes to look for those events, because you can create some really powerful builds that you wouldn't be able to otherwise. Thanks for watching, everyone, and if you like deck building games, I'll probably have more deck building game content on this channel, so consider liking and subscribing. I also have another channel, which is mostly Civilization 6 videos. I'll just leave that down in the details as well. Anyway, have a good one.